My name is Matt Young, and I'm 24 years old, and I'm a martial artist and tricker. Tricking is, put simply, acrobatic martial arts. It's taken all the really cool looking flips and kicks and twists from various martial arts and put them together, along with some gymnastics movements and some breakdancing. I've been tricking for about 6 years now, I would say, because I started martial arts about 8 years ago, and I didn't really get serious about tricking until 2 years after that. Some people tell me I train too much. I try not to go too crazy, but most about 3 times a week, I would say. And usually probably about 2 I try to go every other day. You know, Monday, Wednesday is kind of my tricking nights normally. Friday occasionally, if I'm still around. But it's always good to see the same group of people at the gym that train the same days as you, always working on, oh hey, what are you working on today? You trying to get that move yet? So it's nice to keep that schedule. Tricking and any sort of traditional martial art, they're related, but they're definitely not the same. I would say that tricking is inspired by martial arts, and there's been a major influence on it. When I do tricking, I like to think that you can tell that I did Taekwondo before. I do a lot of kicks, and I try to make sure they're really as sharp as I can make them, and I try to make them look powerful. I'm not just throwing my leg out there. There's intent behind it. That's what I think makes tricking look good, is if you trick with intent. After I started Taekwondo, I went on YouTube because I was new to it and I wanted to see more cool Taekwondo videos. And in the process, I happened to stumble upon a tricking video. And at the time, it just completely blew my mind. This guy was jumping in the air, kicking multiple times before coming down, and it looked like a video game character. And I saw that and thought to myself, I really want to do this. I have to try doing it. And for the next couple of years, I did try. And it wasn't until I came to college here at CSUN that I started going to a gym nearby called Jam. And I was able to really start tricking and learning from everybody around me. So because of tricking, I've been able to meet a lot of really cool people and made a lot of new friends. It's given me a lot of opportunities to experience things I normally wouldn't have. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have gone on set for a couple of things and done a couple of shows. And it's been really interesting to see the backstage experience and to actually be on stage and to perform once in a while. It's not really one moment, but it was those times where we weren't actually on stage, but we were hanging out in the back, and I was talking with my friends and saying, oh man, we can't wait to go on stage, can't wait to go on stage, or what moves are you gonna do? And we're just hanging out. I always cherish those moments. So the interesting thing about tricking is you set your own difficulty level depending on what moves you're doing. When you first start out, you learn the basics, kind of the wax on, wax off of tricking, you know, the easier moves. And you move up from there depending at your own pace, what you want to do. So you can either be doing stuff that's relatively simple, or you can be doing extremely complicated high-level moves if you get to that point. So the only thing that really has set me back is I did injure myself a couple of years ago. I was doing too much stuff at the time. I was doing tricking, I was doing martial arts, I had a new job where I had to lift things, I was sitting in class all day, I was driving all the time, which was just not good for my back at all. So I did injure my back, but I'm coming back into it now. The past couple of years I've been just trying to recover, rehab, and so far it's going really well. And I love tricking so much that I would put myself through it all again just to try to get back into it. What I love about tricking is that anybody can do it. I have seen people from all backgrounds, all sorts of different kinds of people trying tricking. As long as you want to work hard and try to get new skills, you can do tricking. I would say that tricking has some elements of breakdancing if you want it to. If your personal style of tricking uses some breakdancing moves, or b-boying moves I should say, then yeah, you can have breakdancing in it. For me, tricking keeps me active. That's what I love about it. It gets me off the couch, keeps me away from the computer. I get out, I go, I train. It gives me something to do. And as far as a goal in tricking, my goal has always been just be better than myself from before. I look at my footage that I take once in a while, and my goal is to always be able to look at old footage and think, wow, that guy was not good, but I'm better now. Ideally, yeah, I do see myself doing this for as long as I can. I always tell people I'm going to keep tricking until I am physically completely unable to. I see a couple of people online who are tricking. They're about 50 years old. They're still doing it. They take their time a little more than the younger guys, but they are still up there jumping and flipping and twisting, so I don't see why not. So the really interesting thing about tricking is you can do it pretty much anywhere depending on how gutsy you are. When I first started, I would just train at my Taekwondo school when my master wasn't looking because he thought tricking was just this weird thing that, oh, it's useless. So I would wait until he turned around, I would train at the school. When I had, on weekends, I would go to the park, go train on the grass, but that was kind of dangerous because, you know, I didn't really know what I was doing. There's not really many places to do tricking officially because there is no official governing body. But right now I train at this place called Jam. It's a tricking gym here in the valley. And training on a spring floor, I must say, is way better than training on grass or concrete like some guys do. And that's where I spend most of my time training. It's helped me get a lot of new friends that I wouldn't have met otherwise. And what we do is we go out, we'll train together, you know, be at the gym. It's not even while we're tricking, it's the downtime when you're sitting on the side just talking, think, oh man, I want to get this move. I've been working on it for about a year now. Oh yeah, me too. And it's that connection. It makes you have a stronger bond with people because of it.